Welcome to Newsmakers. My name is Sean Smith. I'm the Assistant Director of Community Relations for Chesterfield County Public Schools. Joining us today, Lieutenant Colonel Leslie Begley. Welcome to you, Colonel.
All right, thank you.
It's great to have you with us. We want to talk a little about some of the community programs that you're involved with. For some of our viewers out there, if you don't mind, take a few seconds just to tell a little about Fort Lee and the installation itself.
Fort Lee is the home of the Army Sustainment Center of Excellence. One of our primary missions there is the training of all sustainment soldiers. So our maintenance personnel, transportation personnel, and also our quartermaster personnel, do general supply, that type of thing.
And obviously there's a lot of involvement, not just from day to day, but obviously in the community, a program, Community Connect. Tell us a little about that program, if you would.
Community Connect is a program, it's a Fort Lee initiative, started about 18 months ago, where the primary purpose was to give soldiers an opportunity to become more involved with the community where they live and they work. Get out, tell the Army story, and then also tell the community a little bit about what happens at Fort Lee. Part of that program, 59th Ordnance Brigade, which I'm part of, was partnered with Chesterfield County. And from that partnership, the companies within the brigade have partnered with 6 different elementary schools, 2 middle schools, and also one of the high schools in Chesterfield. Throughout the year, this year in general, we've done everything from back to school activities, where we helped with making sure students got on the right bus at the end of the day. During the course of the year, worked both some math and reading enhancement programs with different schools, and then most recently some some graduation activity as well as SOL testing at the schools.
And obviously, when you're out there with the schools, what's generally kind of the reaction you get from the students, and then I guess the parents as well?
You know, I'll tell you, every time I've been out there, it's always been positive. Some of the soldiers, they're always eager with getting back out with the students. Likewise, the students are eager with seeing their soldiers. My daughter goes to one of the local elementary schools. She's always talking about her soldiers coming back to work with the school that day. So very positive environment every time.
I know we had recently a program, Table Talk, where Fort Lee soldiers came in and helped out with that program and interacted with the students. I think some of the students really loved running through some of the physical fitness drills with them and whatnot, and by the end of the evening they had just, I mean, as always, an enormous impact on them.
Yeah, every one of the programs, I mean, we've done a couple of 5K runs with some of the local schools and things like that, and just out there helping them, giving the encouragement to those kids on the last, quarter mile, halfway, getting them across the finish line, that kind of thing. It's always a great opportunity.
And obviously for Fort Lee, I mean, obviously being involved in the schools, you're right there amongst several of our schools, let alone. What are some other things that are going on in the community that you're engaged with, especially within Chesterfield County?
We've got a couple of Feed the Hungry programs that we also work with, so with packaging and delivering food or handing out the food. We've done some work with Habitat for Humanity. One of the assisted living facilities in the area we partner with as well, and do some programs with them on the summer, and also some area beautification projects for some of the local parks.
And from a day-to-day perspective, obviously community involvement is a big part, obviously, of the military as well. How do you manage, I guess, your day-to-day responsibilities, let alone the engagement in the community?
Everybody that does these events, they're all volunteers. So they're actually giving up their free time, what little they do have in the training environment, to go out and participate in these events, to work with the students and then work in the community. A lot of it's weekend work on those areas not in the schools, because they've got some time and they enjoy getting out, beat sitting, in the barracks or something like that.
I mean, for you, we've got about 30 seconds left. What has been, for you, kind of the personal thing you've liked the best about being involved in some of the school division activities?
Really, it's the look on the kids' faces when we show up, and then when we've helped them get through a challenge. I go back to the recent run where some kids are struggling to make it to that finish line, and all of a sudden they've got a soldier running beside them, giving them that encouragement, and then they make it to that clock, and everybody's got a big smile on their face.
We really appreciate you being here. We appreciate all that you do in serving our country, but also we really appreciate everything you do in Chesterfield County schools and in the community.
Thank you very much.
And thank you to our viewers. Please join us next time. Learn about Chesterfield County Public Schools.